Jail me soon.
Sir, are you able to see and hear the court?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Are you okay?
Yeah, I just have a little bit of anxiety.
All right, buckle up, because this one starts off with a gallbladder explosion and ends with a guy who literally wants to flush his weed down the toilet. Welcome to another courtroom roller coaster, where the defendant swears he's done with THC for good. We'll see if the judge buys it.
Okay. All right.
Thanks for your concern.
We're here on a sentencing to a plea that was taken yesterday to an operating while visibly impaired. We adjourned till today for the court to be able to review the substance use assessment. Mr. Carnes, I see you have it in your hand. Do you need some more time to look at it?
No, Your Honor. I reviewed it. Thank you.
Do the parties have any corrections or additions to the assessment?
No, Your Honor. I reviewed it with my client.
Okay.
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Mechery, before we get into sentencing, I have a question for you. I read in the assessment, and what it says is that he disclosed remembering the police approaching him as he was on the ground and being taken to jail, where he stated, "I remember I was babbling and talking nonsense." Yesterday, you gave me some facts to find you guilty. My question to you today is, do you actually remember the event of driving?
Yeah, I got images in my head, like what happened. I faintly remember, yeah. I drove up onto the yard and I played music in his yard and I just miscalculated the turn and hit his house.
And is that your memory, or did that come from a police report or somebody telling you what happened?
That's my memory.
That's your memory. Okay. All right. Yeah. The only reason I asked is because I want to make sure that the plea we took yesterday was what you had remembered, and not what somebody had told you had done, because there would be a different.
This is actually a really interesting question. The judge is making sure Colin's guilty plea wasn't based on something he was told, but on something he remembers. If he had no memory of driving, this could have been a no contest plea instead, meaning he doesn't admit guilt but accepts conviction. Subtle, but legally important.
Process we have to go through. So I just want to make sure we didn't need to do a no contest plea in this case. So.
Okay.
Ms. Fiorvento, any allocution?
Thank you, Your Honor. I would just also emphasize this assessment actually occurred back in June 25th. I have gone over those issues with my client, and his memory has improved over time. It's kind of come back to him over time. I did verify he wasn't mimicking anything from a police report. Otherwise, we would have discussed a no contest plea at that point.
Okay.
Thank you. No, as to allocution, Your Honor, my client is extremely remorseful, and I know he would also like to address the court today about how these events have helped him realize the negative impact of THC on his daily life. All of that considered, Your Honor, while he has had issues on bond, he has appeared for his court hearings. He is willing to abide by the court. He recognizes that he needs assistance. We would recognize, too, by our calculus, he now has 28 days. Yesterday, 29 days of credit. We would ask the court to take that into consideration as well. He would respectfully request another opportunity at probation to help get services and treatment and also community support resources. He is a person who has had on and off mental and physical health issues throughout his life. He has lost one of his strongest support people recently, as we discussed yesterday. He recognizes the need for those supports, and he hopes that if given those supports, he will be able to take full advantage of them and use them to not just remedy this situation.
Yes, the great courtroom math problem, where everyone suddenly becomes a human calculator. Seriously though, time served credit can make or break how long a defendant actually stays locked up. Every day counts when you're in jail, literally.
But going forward, remedy the things that have led him before this court now and in the past, so it does not happen again. Thank you.
Ms. Fiorvento, did you say 29 days credit?
We have 27 in our system from his previously being housed. He couldn't initially, he sat for a period because he could not initially afford his bond. Our system shows 29 days, And then if he went in yesterday, 28, today would, I'm sorry, our system shows 27 days. He went in yesterday, if we count that as 28, and if we count today as 29. But I would leave that to the court how I'd like to count.
We calculated 25. So do you have
25.
Do you have his dates handy?
One moment, let me look in the file. So our system automatically calculates it, and that is showing me 27 from the date of arraignment to the date that we received notice he had been released, but I have to look manually back to verify other components, see if we have an arraignment sheet.
So it looks like he was arraigned on June 9th.
9th. That's what I have.
I assume he went in on the 6th of June.
All I have is arraignment date of June 9th, Your Honor. Arraignment on June
He
9th.
was arrested on the 6th.
He was arrested the 6th. When did he bond out?
It would have been just, he may be able to give you a better idea of that, Your Honor. I'm looking at the file to see if you have that. It was just after he received his money from the state.
Sir, do you remember what day you bonded out of jail?
Yeah, so it was the 1st of July.
July 1st?
Yes,
And then you went back in yesterday, right?
that is correct.
All right.
So if we got out on Tuesday the 1st, I have 27, Your Honor.
I come up with 25.
We went on Friday.
There'd be 24 days left in June. I mean that he sat 24 days. The 6th to the 1st would be 24. Because he doesn't get credit for the day he bonded out.
All right, you are correct, Your Honor. I think our system is counting the day he bonded out.
It would still only be 26 then.
Today it's 26.
Well, he would get credit for yesterday, which would make it 20. Yes, correct. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we agree it's the 25 days?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank
All
you.
right. Mr. Carnes?
Thank you, Your Honor. This is a disturbing incident. Thankfully, nobody was hurt. But I can imagine, I mean, it's June 6th. People could easily be in the front yard and really have a truck rolling into a house. It does sound like the defendant is remorseful and that this scared him. And I respect that. I sincerely hope that it's true and this behavior doesn't continue. However, with this behavior on bond, I just don't think he's supervisable. I'd ask the court to impose 60 days jail.
Refresh my memory, Mr. Carnes. When was this, in the evening or night, early in the morning?
It was dark. The body camera was dark. If you give me a second, Your Honor, I would give it.
All right, I'll let the guy come down here now.
It was about.
Oof. When a prosecutor says someone isn't supervisable, that's basically legal speak for, we've tried giving this guy chances, and he just can't stay in line. Not a great sign before sentencing. The judge is definitely paying attention here.
10:45 p.m.
And this was in the city, so it was a residential neighborhood.
Yes, it was a resident. There were two houses very close to each other. Occupants from both houses were out and concerned.
They were outside?
By the time police arrived.
Okay.
I don't think anyone
All right.
was outside when the vehicle hit the cars. As the police showed up, there were multiple people outside. It was 451 East Chapin Street.
Okay. Did he go through an intersection and strike a house, or did he veer off and strike a house? Do you
I
know?
think he veered off the road. That's
Mr.
my
Benton?
impression.
I don't believe it was, he was like striking a house in the sense he went into the house, reviewing the police report. He was more like in the yard and kind of near a tree. It's not super clear.
It was reported he bumped a house. There was absolutely no damage to the house. So clearly
So he
wasn't
didn't
going
drive-
that fast.
He didn't drive into the house.
He
hit the house, but he
right into
didn't.
it, but it looks like there was contact. That's what was reported by the people in the house.
It's from my understanding, the vehicle was found in the yard. Police were contacted, and then my client was found not far from the vehicle. He had gotten out and was found not far from the vehicle.
Do we know how far the house was from the street? Is that in the report anywhere?
That's not in the report. The report says the Silverado truck was stuck at the top of an embankment, the residents stopping the vehicle. I think it was close to the street. That's my memory from watching the body cam.
If the court will allow, I can pull Google Maps of the property.
Sure. Mr. Mechery, while your counsel's bringing up a photo of the house, is there anything you'd like me to know?
Yeah, I'd just like to say that I've come to the realization that although marijuana may not be a heavy narcotic, but when you spend all of your time, money, and effort into getting it and consuming it, it does become destructive. And I feel like one of the reasons why I'm in orange juice right now is because of THC, and I really feel like I'm never gonna smoke marijuana again. I just had enough of it. It's caused too much chaos in my life.
When did you come to that realization?
Just over the last couple nights. Like it's useful. Like I'm on low income, so I can't afford it, and then I just spend way too much time and effort looking for it, and it's not a heavy narcotic, but when you spend all your time, money, and effort looking for it, it does become destructive. And I don't want to smoke marijuana anymore personally myself. I've had enough of it. I only smoked it to fit in before in the past anyways, to find friends, and it showed me that it doesn't really attract good friends either. So I've had enough of marijuana. I don't want to smoke marijuana anymore personally.
Your assessment says that you use it for maybe some medical purposes, even though you might not have a medical card, but you're using it for some anxiety issues.
Yeah, and a little bit of depression, but the positives that it has does not outweigh the negatives that it's caused in my life.
This is one of those moments where you can't help but wonder, is this genuine self-reflection, or just courtroom performance? Either way, you can hear the frustration in his voice. He's tired of the cycle, and honestly, the judge probably is too.
It's taken my time, my money, and my effort, and now it's taken my freedom, I feel like. And I can't deal with this no more. It's not worth it.
And did I also read in the assessment that they had been playing around with your medications a little bit?
Yes, we tried a new medication that I had an adverse reaction to, and I couldn't eat nothing for 3 days because I felt like my gallbladder was going to explode every time I put something in my mouth.
Well, the assessment indicates that you don't have a substance use disorder, which is a good thing. Now, Ms. Fioravento had indicated that you would like to be placed on probation for some services. So what services would you like to see out of probation?
Maybe some sort of anger management service that I could get through them, because I have an anger problem because I'm bipolar. And now that I'm 40 years old, I'm able to communicate a little bit better and control my anger better. But just like things like, because my truck broke down too, and I might need some guidance into getting like the Salvation Army and how to figure out how getting help to fix my truck, my dad's truck. And I think having a little bit of support from people outside of my circle would be a really positive thing for me. So I think probation would help me transition to a different part of my life where I'm not smoking marijuana anymore.
I assume you've been on probation before, given some of your prior history. Am I correct on that?
Yes, I have been on probation before.
Were you successful with probation?
I believe I was successful, but then I was also unsuccessful one time. But that was back when I still had the addictive mentality, and where I felt like I'll never quit smoking weed. That's how I felt in the past. Now I'm like, get it away from me, man. I don't want to be around it.
Well, I hope that's true. It's concerning that you tested yesterday and tested positive for THC. When was the last time you had used it?
I'm not gonna lie, it was yesterday in the morning because of my subconscious mind just going through the steps in the morning. I woke up and I hit the pipe and I'm like, oh shit, I shouldn't be doing this. I gotta go to court today. I have a clear head.
How much do you use a day?